So step 4 in your journey of getting back to work is talking with friends and family and former colleagues in order to get character references. It can be hard when you're fired. You feel like, oh my gosh, my whole career has gone away from me. I've lost everything that I've built. Nobody's going to trust me. Nobody's going to respect me. Nobody's going to want to work with me. This is one incident. This is one experience in your life. It does not define who you are as a professional entirely. And your friends and your family and your former colleagues know that about you. These are the people that have worked by your side, lived by you, understand you. You're going to want to be able to go to them and talk candidly and ask them to be your character references, because you're going to want to be able to offer up lots of people who can say, hey, this was a mistake. This is something that happened to them. They're taking their accountability for their actions, but they're a good person. They're a good professional. And the experience of going out and talking to people about this is important because you've probably been avoiding it. You probably don't want to talk about it with anybody. And as a result, they don't even know what's going on in your world. And again, it sends the wrong message. When you avoid talking about this with people, they assume you're at fault. They assume there's something wrong. And so now, in the previous step where you got ready to talk about what happened, you're going to be able to use that and go have conversations with family and friends and colleagues so that they can see that you're taking that accountability, that you're grown, and that you're really in a good place with it. That's important because when people see that, they're going to want to help you. They're going to want to take charge and see what doors they can open for you and help you get back on track and get hired and move on from this experience. But they're not going to want to help you if you're acting sad or negative or angry or embarrassed. That's not somebody they want to support. They need to support a winner, a fighter, somebody who's ready to go, somebody who's learned and grown. Okay, so now that you have this, first go to friends and family, talk about it, tell them that you're going to be looking for a new job, that you'd like to use them as a reference if necessary, and that you hope that by telling this story to them, they would be able to talk about your strengths and what you can do and how you can contribute in a way that would really help you get back to work. Same thing for your colleagues. Reach out to those former coworkers. They understand. They know nobody's perfect. Talk to them, share the story, and ask if you could have their support when the time comes for a reference check. All right? Now, the one thing I will say about that when it comes to former employees, some employers have very strict no reference rules where the existing employees cannot give references on former employees. If that's the case, don't be upset if your colleagues say they can't help you with a reference check. But I will also tell you, be amazed at how many people will break the rules and do a reference check privately, knowing that, hey, someday it could happen to them and they may need that reference check for you. But still, please don't be upset if they can't, because it's the rules and that's their job and they don't want to get in trouble. But remember, you can go to other employers that you worked for, other colleagues that you worked for, previous employers who maybe don't work there anymore as well. The key is to find them, have conversations with them, talk to them about what you experienced and ask for their support. While a few people may say no, you're going to be amazed at how many people say yes.